What up, you guys? What up? I'm gonna get this set up and plugged in. Maybe. There we go. What's going on, guys? Eric here, formerly driver lineup. Drive to Thrive. What up, JDQ? I wanted to have my setup ready, but I just did a live on my other channel, so I don't have that ready. I have it set up for the other channel, so let's see here. Let's see if I can do a better job of following comments using my computer. There we go. M. Hopper, what's going on, Hopper? I heard you were partying with the youngsters up there, M. Hopper. JDQ Transportation, did I hear the latest rumor? Oh, I have to know, Bearded Fat Man. Dreadnought Trucking, Dread here, you interrupted Dan Carlin. Sorry about that. JDQ chilling at the terminal. Got an appointment Thursday for my camera system getting installed, and Friday to get my truck makeover. Awesome. M. Hopper, yep. Charles Milton, what's going on? Hope the baby's well. Charles, yes, baby is amazing. He has entered the so-called enchanting months. Enchantment months? Enchanting? So he's starting to he's starting to talk a little bit. Obviously not words, but he's starting to talk a little bit, making a lot of sounds. He's starting to try to grab for things that hang down in his face. He just punches at them. He just punches them, and sometimes punches himself in the face. But he slept 7 hours last night, so he's getting to where he sleeps most of the night already. So that is a huge change, because, man, when he was his first month, I was like, how are we gonna make it? To be honest with you, I was like, how are we gonna make it? So anyway, for the replay gang, a link is in the description down below for you guys. It's not going to be there for the live because I wasn't able to put it there, but I just finished over an hour conversation on my other YouTube channel with a pretty big YouTuber in the crypto space, the NFT space, and the comms director for my crypto project, talking about NFTs, the Cardano blockchain, which this is Cardano right here. So I know I've been getting a lot of questions in some of my older videos wanting to know about my crypto project. So instead of doing a whole video here talking about it, I'm just going to link down below. So after this live goes up, come back, look at the description, and you can go over and see that video that we just finished. It was awesome, super awesome live stream. Had my whole setup in place and did an interview talking about Cardano NFTs. And I think it'd be really interesting. If you're interested in NFTs, it'll be a really interesting conversation to watch, because we really kind of talked about it from the approach of, like, if you were just now getting into it, some of the things that I wish that I had done differently, some of the things that he wished that he had done differently, and I think it would be an interesting conversation. But tonight I want to talk about, just catch you guys up on some things. Let me see if I can get this down a little bit. Catch you guys up on some things with Prime Inc. As I said in my last video, Million Mile Man, what's up, man? Francis, hi Eric, how's it going? Bearded Fat. Oh, I got to see this rumor. The latest rumor was driver lineup will be coming back OTR minus California again, just +1 on extra cargo. Yeah, no, I will not be OTR. My Peterbilt is in California right now, broke down. So not really broke down. He had an amazing beer load of all things coming out of California. He's trying to get here to San Antonio because I have to run a load with him. But he had a beer load out of California paying like, I want to say like $350, $370 a mile. And then he got the dreaded Peterbilt NOx sensors this afternoon and was able to get that cleared already at the shop. But then it started throwing a exhaust sensor error, which he's dealing with right now. So hopefully he's able to keep that load. So anyway, how is your dog and daughter getting along? Well, it would be my son. My dog is my daughter, one of them. Remy loves. Is Jenna in here? Yeah, Jenna's in here. Maybe Jenna can bring the baby over here after he eats. I don't know if she'll want to, but so we have two dogs. We have Ruger, who's a Belgian Malinois, and Remy, who you all know, our German Shepherd. And Remy loves that baby as if he's her own. Like, she's very protective of him. If he's on the bed, she wants to be on the bed. She wants to be wherever he is. Ruger is kind of like, well, shit, I guess we have to put up with this. So it's a very different take. But anyway, Jenna says feeding baby and we'll bring him in. Okay, cool. So yeah, so I'm still running my fleet, and I won't say who, but someone in this chat called me yesterday asking about my new truck that's coming in September. And basically offering to try and buy out the lease purchase. And I told him that was not the first time that's happened this week. In fact, I've gotten about 5 messages now from people offering to buy out my lease purchase. The best offer that I've had so far is the $10,000 deposit plus $5,000, none of which are gonna happen. I want that truck. So no, I'm not. I guess some people felt that my last video implied that I was not happy with the situation. No, I'm very very happy with the situation, and it's okay if it's late. I'm not in any hurry for that truck. But yeah, I will not be walking away from getting that new truck. So so the new truck comes in September. Oh, yours was 10,000 over? Okay. So now you guys know who called me. Yeah, Bearded Fat Man was 10,000 over the deposit. Yeah. Now you guys know who called. Bearded Fat Man called and he's like, "Bro, let me buy that truck." So, but yeah, I'm gonna go up to Springfield. We are no longer in Springfield. We're in Texas, which means it's hot as hell. Although it was hotter in Springfield, believe it or not. Like, Jen and I both felt like it was a more miserable hot in Springfield than it is here in Texas. It's hot in Texas, don't get me wrong, but we felt like it was a hotter time in Springfield. Oh, here comes. Speaking of which, I just said we're in Texas right now, and he has the perfect outfit for being in Texas. Check this out.
Trying to stay somewhat out of the shot.
he just woke up and had a bottle, so he's probably not happy that he didn't go get
squish his face and make him look chunkier.
Don't watch yourself on the computer screen. Look right here. Camera's right here, dude. Anyway, this is Reese. Yeah, he's definitely milk drunk. If you see that he's not looking at the camera, it's because he's looking at my computer screen behind the camera. He's looking at himself. Like in the mirror today, he recognized his dad in the mirror.
And got upset because he
And
didn't know who's holding
then
him.
saw his mom next to him, and he's like, well, who the hell's holding me? If dad's in that other room. So anyway, but look at him. How old is he now? 10 weeks?
He'll be 3 months
3
on
months.
Saturday, so he's 11 weeks.
And he's in 3 to 6 month outfits, which he's been wearing for a couple weeks. But yeah, this is the little
Yeah,
one.
he's been in 3 to 6 months for a month.
He's had a tough day or two, but he's generally much more manageable now and sleeping a lot more.
He slept 7 hours last night.
I call him Cheeks and Chonk. So, but anyway, say hi, everybody. Look right there. It's right in front of you.
You got a partial smile.
Yeah, you get a little bit of a smile. Can you give him a smile?
Where's your smile? Can you smile?
He's watching all the lights too much. Anyway.
Hold on.
So yeah, that's our lives now.
His favorite
Hopper,
his
please.
favorite toy, of course.
Please don't be wearing Dallas Cowboy shit. No, I'm still a Bears fan, still a Cubs fan, but I can adopt the San Antonio Spurs. I can adopt them because I was a Bulls fan until Jordan and Pippen and Rodman and all those guys called it quits. And after that, I just kind of lost interest in the Bulls. So I think the San Antonio Spurs have a great organization, and I think I could get in. In fact, I'm wearing San Antonio Spurs shorts right now. Your son has more hair than you have, although he's got bald spots too. Mini Eric, yes, I call him Mini Me. Handsome young man, thank you. Meanwhile, St. Louis is flooding. Is it really? St. Louis is flooding? Man, we need some rain down here. Like we're in drought, man. Detroit Pistons. I can't. I would have a hard time being a fan of anything Detroit. Just being honest with you. Maxwell Truck, thanks for the financial advice. Well, I don't give financial advice, but if something that I've said has helped you, then I'm glad. Let's see, what else we got? Saw it on fake book today. San Antonio Spurs is acceptable, thank you. Worst flood since 1915? Really? Is this really happening? St. Louis is really flooding? So anyway, getting back to my fleet, yeah, my these trucks are, I have great drivers, super great drivers. I could not be more thrilled with the drivers that I have right now. I completely trust them. I don't have to communicate with them. The individual driving my Peterbilt, has been communicating with me a lot more than we normally do. Normally we wouldn't talk for like 2 weeks at a time. But because he's trying to coordinate and get down here to San Antonio to take me on a load with him, we've been talking a lot more. And then of course he has the truck problems today out in California. But I generally don't talk to them, to any of my drivers really that much at all. I can look and see where they're at. I don't like to look and see where they're at because it makes me nervous sometimes. I think I mentioned it in the driver lineup Discord, that sometimes when I see where my trucks are parked, I cringe because I know those lots. I know those truck stops. And I've seen bumpers get ripped off at some of those truck stops. So sometimes it's not, I mean, I totally trust that my drivers are backing up the trucks and trailers just fine. But knowing the way other trucks can be in some of those lots scares me. So I tend to not even look. I don't look what loads my trucks are on. I don't. I don't really spy on them and see where they're at. Like maybe once a week, just to watch their trip status and stuff, and then maybe I'll check in and see where they're at. But been very fortunate to have good drivers. I will need to find a driver for the new truck in September. So I'll start making some videos on that. Which, speaking of making videos, next week I'll have this studio set up to use all the actual real equipment. Right now I'm on my phone. But if you could see, let's see if I can show you a little bit. Like I've got a full on, like this is a really nice studio in here. I just didn't have it ready for this channel. But next Tuesday, and it's going to be every Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a live show on this channel, doing guest interviews with other drivers, with executives from Prime, maybe other companies. I'm still Prime, pretty diehard Prime, but I'll be doing a weekly live stream show. And then I'm also going to broadcast that on our podcast. So if you're not subscribed to our podcast, it's Driver Lineup on all the podcast apps, but that's kicking in next Tuesday night. So every Tuesday night at approximately 9 p.m. Central, roughly, I'll be doing a show here on this channel. So, and it's following the show that I'm doing on my other channel that's more crypto related. So I'm super excited about that. I'm really happy to finally be in a position where I can like get some focus back on this channel and start digging back into the market and the just the freight industry in general. Get some people on the channel with all of you to have more in-depth conversations about Prime, the trucking life, all of it. So it's just taken a while. It's taken a good while to get prepared to move and to get moved, which we just did a full-on like hauled ass to move sort of spur of the moment, honestly, here to Texas. So it's just been a lot of work, but super excited to get back into the channel with you guys and talk trucking. I'm definitely still running my fleet. I did in my last video, I told you that I resigned my seat on the driver advisory board, which was really hard to do. You know, it was bittersweet, and it was hard moving away from Springfield, although I wasn't ever really set up full residency in Springfield. We just kind of had a crash pad there. But it's great to be back in Texas. But man, it was hard leaving the terminal. Now I'll be back at the terminal in September because I got to get my new truck set up. But it was hard. Now that said, and I don't know if you guys will agree with this, but Jen and I have been talking about it lately. And this is not meant to, don't take this the wrong way. Don't take this as me like speaking negatively or ill of Prime. I'm not. Prime to me now is not the same that it was when I first got to Prime. And I think it started going downhill for me when Andrea Mueller left. Like that to me was when Prime's culture changed. And maybe that's just Jenna and I. Maybe that's just our experience. I know a lot of Prime drivers, talk with a lot of Prime drivers day in and day out, and there's a lot of great experiences out there, and there's some obviously they're not so great. But I'm just telling you guys that the sense of community and everybody rowing the boats in the same direction, and the energy and the excitement of Prime started to fade when Andrea Mueller left Prime. Now, I'm not saying that it was a result of her leaving. I'm just saying that that's the time that it started to change for Jenna and I. And honestly, I know Andrea Mueller well, and I was having a lot of conversations with her at the time. And part of her reason for leaving was exactly that. That things had changed under the hood at Prime, and she no longer, I'm not trying to put words on her mouth, I'm sure that she would not disagree with this at all, even publicly. She was seeing writing on the wall that things were changing in the culture at Prime. And she had a lot of reasons for leaving, but I think that was definitely one of them. And when she left, that time period to me and to Jenna and I, Prime has never collected itself back into what it was when I in my first couple of years with Prime, especially my first 2 years with Prime, maybe 2.5 years with Prime. It was such an amazing experience, and the excitement and the energy that you felt anytime you walked into any Prime terminal, just the conversation, the camaraderie, the feeling that we're all in this together and we're all going to make it. And everybody's rowing the boats in the same direction, whether it be in-house mechanics, drivers, you name it. That I would not trade that for anything in the world. Like, I so appreciate that couple years of my life and the friendships that we had, and the joy that Jen and I had being a part of that. And when Andrea Mueller left, that was a time period where a lot of that seemed to get sucked out of the room, you know? Again, I'm not saying it's a result of her leaving, just saying that that's when it began for us. The last couple times I've gone into the Prime terminal, man, it was like damn near depressing. So I don't know why I'm saying all that. I'm still diehard Prime. I think that Prime is the best company to get your CDL with. I think Prime is a very stable company in terms of freight and being able to maintain good income. And that will never change. I'm a firm believer in that, and I recommend Prime all the time. I was just having a conversation about Prime in a Home Depot today, in San Antonio of all places. But it's just not. It's just sad to me that I don't feel compelled or drawn to, as its physical location the way that I used to. I used to just love going to the terminal. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to go inside. When I needed to sleep sometimes, I'd go spend time in the terminal. And Jenna can testify to this. Sometimes we'd leave later on a load just because I wanted to spend more time in the terminal, just shooting the shit and hanging out with people. And I haven't felt that this year. So, I don't know why I talked about that. Somehow I got on that from, yes, this channel is still going to talk about Prime. I still want to interview people from Prime. I've been communicating with a couple executives at Prime over the last couple days, as I've, tendered my resignation from DAB. So I hope to be able to get some on this channel and have conversations, keep it in the Prime family while still talking trucking and OTR and maybe some crypto now and then. But I gotta tell you, even though I would highly recommend the company to anyone to start with, and I think it's a great place to drive, it's where I want to keep my fleet. I can't present it as the same as I could in the first couple years that I drove with the company. And I'm just being real with you. So, Million Mile Man said he agreed. I would love to have a conversation with you, Million Mile Man, because I'm sure. Yeah, Million Mile Man says it did for sure. Big facts. Yeah, Million Mile Man was there when I came to Prime. He was driving long before I was, but he was there in the thick of what I see as the height of the positive excitement and energy of Prime. And Genesis, big facts, need to interview Willie. Yeah, I should. Million Mile Man, I'll patch you in next week. I'll send you a link. If you're good for it, Tuesday night, about 9 o'clock Central, next Tuesday night, I'll send you a link and you can use your phone. But I'd love to interview you, man. Would love to. I don't know that I've ever had Million Mile Man on my channel, which is really odd because I've probably crossed paths with him many times. Only talked with him a couple times, I think. But on the phone and text message, man, I've been talking with Million Mile Man for years. Bearded Fat Man, I noticed drivers starting to get more nasty with drivers. Then it transitioned to the in-house staff. Not everyone, but definitely different. I think COVID and less staff has a lot to do with it too. Yeah, for sure. I think, honestly, and this is just my personal opinion, I think in a lot of ways, Prime upper level management mismanaged and mishandled a lot of the COVID stuff. So, and I think that played a role in some of the division that you see that didn't exist before. I mean, look, guys, when I came to Prime, this was pre-COVID, but when I came to Prime, there was very little, if any, division. I mean, not divisions like tanker, reefer, flatbed. I'm talking about there was no divisiveness. None. I'm sure people talk politics in their trucks, but politics didn't matter in terminals. Race didn't matter. We were all just drivers, man. And everybody wanted everybody to succeed, and everybody loved seeing other people succeed. There just wasn't divisiveness of any kind when I first came to Prime. Generally speaking, there's probably little pockets of it, but you didn't feel it and see it. And man, I'm just telling you, I've had other Prime YouTubers attack me, come after me in the last year. And, they're irrelevant people, and I don't give them the attention they crave. But, that shit didn't happen, years ago. So, it did, but it just, I don't know. I'm probably just rambling, you guys, but it sucks. It's a shame. Not to say that there's not still good. There is. But when I get sent screenshots of some of the conversations happening on Facebook between drivers, I'm like, what happened to us? What happened to us as a driver community when you have drivers, going after each other like that in public forums that all drive for Prime? We just didn't have that a couple years ago. So, bananas come to mind. I never said bananas in any of my videos. I don't know if that's what you're referencing, but we did encounter another YouTuber. I did a video about it. We encountered another YouTuber, Prime driver, who was having his damn lunch in the fuel island in Illinois. Just parked right there in the fuel island, eating a sandwich and chips and watching YouTube videos. Oh, I was so pissed. And half the parking lot was empty. And, you know, of course, me just trying to keep the peace and the Prime family, I bit my lip. But man, I wanted so bad to just walk over there with my phone and out this individual for being the dickhead Prime driver sitting there blocking the fuel island. But I never mentioned the name, and you know, it is what it is. Bro, the professional Prime group is everything but professional. Yeah. I don't even have a Facebook account, so I just see it when either Jenna shows me something or someone sends me screenshots. I literally cannot log into Facebook, and I like it that way. That's hilarious. Let's see. Yes, it is. I heard the story. Dreadnought. Okay, so that's what you were talking about. Had another Prime driver cut me off and then give me the bird the other day and just waved and smiled. And Max, you were in a Prime truck when that happened?
Speaking of divisiveness and crappy people, don't forget I'm faking being pregnant.
Well, yeah, that's what I was referencing. And
Yeah.
we have a fake baby.
Yeah. I was pregnant for over a year, and I wasn't really pregnant apparently. So that one's a classic.
Yeah. I always love when people underestimate my ability to not give a shit what they think of me. I literally do not give a shit what anyone thinks of me. So, you know, when I see someone on YouTube trying to get under my skin, I mean, we just sit in this house and laugh because it's like, dude, you're wasting your time. Let's see. If you're going to eat in the fuel island, at least pull up to the yellow line. Jesse Sanchez. Well, yeah, and here's the thing. He did his entire half-hour break in the fuel island. When half the lot was empty, there were literally empty spots right in front of the fuel island. And he did his entire 30-minute break at the fuel pumps. So, and he never even got fuel either. Like, he pulled up and parked at those pumps at the same time we pulled up and parked at those pumps. We got fuel. We pulled out. We parked in one of the spaces in front of the fuel islands, and then Jenna went and got us lunch, and we did a 30 there, and he did his entire 30 parked at the fuel pumps and never got fuel. Maxwell truck, I was going 55 in a 45 zone. Apparently that was too slow for him. Yeah. Brian, sorry I had to go to another company to get my CDL because my mom died and left my mom Prime. And I left my mom Prime, told me to go to another company for my CDL. Well, that's a bummer. Sorry to hear that. Dreadnought, what's up with DriveCoin? Man, I'm like, give me some time. I want to do something with it. I have another token. If you go look at my crypto project, right now, that token is doing amazing. Like, holy crap, that token's doing amazing. It's getting very decentralized. You can buy and sell it on exchanges. So I'm learning a lot. I'm teaching myself. I run a stake pool that has 2.6 million ADA, which right now is the equivalent of about $1.3 million. Staked to it. It's minting blocks to the Cardano blockchain. So I've learned a lot through that experience. I'm learning a lot on native Cardano tokens, which is what DriveCoin is. And so I'm really getting good at this stuff, you know, so give me some time, because the more time I spend in it, the more I'm learning and the better I can get at it. But DriveCoin's there, it's on the blockchain. I just need to get a chance to get it registered and really think through what we want to do with it. Let's see. Just say no to Facebook, MySpace, TikTok. Yeah. What else we got here? I want in on the crypto project. Hopper, go back. I'll send you the link, Hopper, to the video that the live stream that I just did with the crypto YouTuber. I mean, I just finished it right before I went live here. Because there's a lot of really good tips and stuff on there in NFTs. With NFTs, especially now, you have to be very, very careful. Especially now. So, of course, and there's all this negative stuff about crypto right now. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, crypto market, it's all a scam and it's all falling apart. Man, that's the case with every. Can you imagine holding like Walmart stock is down, like everything is down. But look, I just bought an NFT today for 2,300 ADA, which is over $1,000. Two of them actually, and one of them is already up $500. So even in this shitty market, if you put in the time and do the research, you can still make things happen. Dreadnought, you're in Max's pool. Oh yeah, I was in Max's pool for a while. In fact, he was the first Cardano stake pool that I joined. But now I run my own stake pool, and we just minted 2 blocks yesterday to the blockchain. So our stake pool is finally, like I said, there's almost 2.6 million ADA staked to our pool right now. So we're going to start minting blocks like every cycle now. Every 5 days, we should definitely be minting blocks to the blockchain, which means the rewards on our stake pool are going to start cranking pretty good. Brian, I'll probably try to come back to Prime after 6 months. Yeah, I mean, Prime is a good company to drive for. Jesse, about to pick up my 23 Pete on Friday. Ace lease. Any tips for the new truck? Last Peterbilt was 19. Can't wait. Got air ride from Steer. No tips really. I mean, I love the truck. The driver that I have in my Peterbilt right now texted me the other day, and he's like, "Hey man, are you gonna make me move to the new truck, the new Freightliner?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You gonna make me move to the other truck?" So he literally wants to stay in the Pete versus getting a brand new Freightliner. It's funny. So he trained in a Freightliner, I believe, and then he moved into my Peterbilt upon upgrade. So my truck was the first truck that he drove when he upgraded out of training, and he's been amazing. Let's see. Yeah, Hopper, I'll send you a link. JDQ, how's that badass diaper bag? That badass diaper bag is badass, and that badass diaper bag gets used everywhere. We do not go anywhere without that bag. In fact, JDQ, the doctor that we took Reese to, it's just a normal appointment. He had to get shots and stuff. But when she walked into the room, the first thing she did was walked over to the diaper bag and started asking questions about it. So, can I just give you my money to make some money for me? No, bearded fat man, no. Gotta do your own research, man. I'm not a broker or an investor or anything like that. And I don't want to be responsible if you lose your ass. I don't want to lose your money. I lose money too. Fortunately, I make more than I lose in NFTs. Thanks, Gold Wheels next. Gold Wheels. Jesse, if you aren't on the yard yet, I can go find it and get some pictures. Okay, let's see, Dreadnought. What's your pool's name? I will invest in it. Had to bail on your prosperity project. Abuse, I don't have the time between driving and running my... Yeah, Prosperia takes a lot of time. Like, you really gotta be in it. But my stake pool, the ticker is PROSP. PROSP. So in your Cardano wallet, just look for PROSP, And that's my stake pool. I think it, let me see, pretty sure it was at almost 3 million staked. No, I can't find my browser. Oh, my browser's right there. Let's see, 2.6 million ADA currently staked to my pool. So yeah, I mean, if you're making good returns with Max's pool, I don't want to tell you to leave the pool. But we did, like I said, we did mint 2 blocks yesterday. And I think that cycle was 353 on the blockchain. So now that we're at that level with the amount staked to the pool, we'll start minting blocks a lot more to the blockchain, which means our ROI, your ADA rewards are going to increase substantially by being in the pool. So I don't know if maybe Max's pool doesn't reward that well because he's got so much saturation. Like, he has a lot of ADA staked in his pool. Let's see. I was getting some random ass dude from Louisiana. Yeah, I have another gift from a random ass dude in Louisiana and a couple others that I need to present here. I'm actually going to be putting it. It was too heavy, JDQ. I was going to put it right there. There's a little shelf right there, but it's too heavy. So I need to get something that will hold it up. And when I get that, I'll reveal it on the channel. But hopefully next Tuesday we'll be featuring that thing that you got, JDQ, you and a couple others got us on this channel when we do the show starting next Tuesday. Let's see. Reese poos a lot. It's expensive, but I buy Costco brand. It's 22 bucks. Yeah, we have Costco brand too. Man, I'll tell you what, guys. Now, you parents out there can relate to this. Reese has managed to shit himself all the way up to his neck. Which is an amazing feat to me. Like, how? I can't even figure that one out, you know. Like, literally shitting all the way up to his neck. Out of the top of his diaper, all the way up to his neck. M. Hopper, yeah, twin boys, yeah, you probably can relate to that. Timothy Turbo, I bet the garbage man loves you guys. JDQ, got mine hanging in the wall in my room. I'll text you the pic if Jenna hasn't showed you yet. Awesome. JDQ, my brother's little boy shat all the way up to his neck already. Yeah. Million Mile Man, yeah, they can do that. Yeah, they can. It's amazing. Like, he has this face he makes when he's super shitting himself. I mean, like, super shitting, where it's just this wet, watery, super fart sound for a couple seconds, and he just has, like, his mouth goes crooked and he just stares you right in the eye. And then there's certain ones that a diaper just can't contain. Yeah, he super shits. And he's only just entered the drool phase. Probably the last week and a half. I mean, he always drooled a little bit, but in the last week and a half, he's entered the phase where his mouth is a sniper rifle, man. If you, like, sometimes I'll grab him, and Jenna's getting up or something, I'll grab him and just, like, stand him above my face and talk cute to him. And I'll have a whip of saliva from one side to you know, from neck over here to my eye, over to an ear. He's got me in a mouth. But he is a slobber bucket right now. Like, it just started happening out of nowhere. But I love it. Wouldn't trade for anything. I am really excited. I want him to grow up to be. I want him to get to a point where he's a little more independent. But at the same time, I know that when he gets to that point, I'm going to be like, man, I miss when you were a baby, you know. So it's kind of, we're just kind of going along for the ride. What do you think about Jasmine coin right now? It's under a penny. I don't pay attention to any crypto other than Cardano. So I mean, Bitcoin, yes, you have to pay attention to Bitcoin because Bitcoin is such a driver of the whole market. But I don't own Bitcoin. I don't trade Bitcoin. And I only pay attention to Cardano because I firmly believe in its long-term viability and it's the long-term plans and objectives of Cardano, the Cardano Foundation. And it's not VC owned. It's a very decentralized token supply. So I don't pay attention to anything else. Not saying that there's not good or better altcoins. Cardano is just the only one that I care about. Jennifer Boo Bags, not saying anything more on that. Jasmine is supposed to be Japan's version of Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't know. Owned by Sony. Yeah, see, I would not. I'm not down with that. I'm not down with tokens that are controlled by venture capital or corporations. If the supply is not fully decentralized, I don't trust it. So yeah. All right, guys, we're at 46 minutes. I got to jump back into my project Discord server because I'm giving away some NFTs over there tonight. So I'm going to jump back over there and do that. I'm actually giving away an NFT that's currently worth about 700 ADA over there. So I got to jump over there. But just wanted to check back in with you guys tonight and let you know that every Tuesday night, approximately 9 to 9:30 p.m. Central, I'll be live on this channel talking about whatever I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can get Million Mile Man next week. JDQ, I'd love to have you on at some point, but I want to have conversations with others, especially those out there still driving, still grinding, still at, executives in the company, upper management, maybe other companies, maybe other YouTubers, who knows? But I'm going to get back into the groove every Tuesday night when I finish the live on the other channel. So here in a couple hours when this video goes up, come back and you can check the description. You'll see the link to the interview that I did on my other channel. It's very interesting, I think. And that way I don't have to talk about crypto so much on this channel and you can go watch it on the other. But miss you guys, man. I miss you. As always, I miss doing daily videos. I actually am really looking forward to running a load with my driver on my Pete because I can make a video while out on the road again. So I miss that, I don't miss being OTR. Being straight with you, don't miss it. But I miss being able to be out there documenting the story on YouTube. I really enjoyed that. So I'm looking forward to going out there and doing that on this load. But again, we'll be here every Tuesday night. Thank you guys so much for jumping in. Really appreciate it. Hope everybody's doing well. Look for the lives every Tuesday night. Check in with you a week from tonight. Talk to you guys later. Be safe, make the decisions, and as always, drive to thrive. Until next time, later.